500,000 fewer jobs, and it could be as many as 820,000 on the worst-case scenario. That's the Treasury's official estimate of the damage leaving the European Union could do. Always remembering that the Treasury wants us to remain. The forecast is that if we vote to leave, there'll be a recession. In other words, the economy, everything we produce, buy and sell, will shrink. Now, if we can negotiate a free trade deal with the rest of the EU, we're told the economy will be 3.6% smaller after 2 years. Now, that's a deeper recession than the recession of the early 90s. And if we can't strike a trade deal, the economy, we're told, will be 6% smaller. That's about how much it shrank by in the Great Recession we just emerged from, 2008 to 9.
It's only been 8 years since Britain entered the deepest recession our country has seen since the Second World War. Every part of our country suffered, and the British people have worked so hard to get our country back on track. Do we want to throw it all away? With exactly 1 month to go to the referendum, the British people must ask themselves this question: can we knowingly vote for a recession?
Now, here are some of the other frightening predictions. As you heard, there'd be at least 500,000 fewer jobs. If we leave the EU, the pound will drop by 12 to 15%, we're told, and the government would have to borrow 24 to 39 billion pounds extra.
They said that we couldn't leave the European exchange rate mechanism. Do you remember that? Yes. They said it would be a disaster. They said that interest rates would go up. They said it would be an economic catastrophe for this country if we left the European exchange rate mechanism. That's what the Treasury said. And what happened? It was a liberation for this economy.
What's crucial to remember is economists' models are deeply imperfect, especially when they're trying to predict recession. So when you hear this, real wages will fall by almost 3% in the first 2 years. Watch out for that word will. It's not definite. At best you can say it's likely. And when you hear that as many as 820,000 jobs could be lost, they're using the word could for a reason. It's not even likely, just possible. The Treasury's report isn't just stoking fear. These are genuine concerns, and the analysis has been endorsed by experts on economic forecasting as reasonable. But it's surrounded by uncertainty. Be careful with any language that doesn't reflect that. Verity, BBC News.